Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about taking comfrey and how to trim it. And once it's trimmed, you can use it for mulch, or you can use it to make a kind of a fertilizer tea, if you will, comfrey fertilizer. So, comfrey, it is a plant with the partial name of symphytum. It is a perennial herb that grows leaves 2 to 3 feet tall and has bell-shaped flowers, and we'll get a close-up look at some flowers here in just a minute. It is a dynamic accumulator, and that is part of the reason why it is so well liked in permaculture. Dynamic accumulator means that it mines and collects a number of nutrients that other plants can't get to. It has a taproot that can go up to 10 feet down in the soil, and it mines for the nutrients and it brings those up and it uses it in its leaves. And then because it is a deciduous, not deciduous, but it is a herb that loses its leaves and dies back to the ground every year, even if left alone, it mines and brings those nutrients up to the top, because the leaves will fall and break down in the fall time frame and over the winter, and make those bioavailable to other plants. What I do, and what many other people do, is they trim these off about 2 to 3 inches above the ground and use the leaves. You can either use it for a fertilizer, or you can take the leaves and just put it around other plants as mulch. And once you do that, it makes it available to whatever plant you have. A lot of times you'll find these planted around other flowers and other fruiting trees, because the high nitrogen and high potassium really helps those plants out. So let's get a real quick look here at the bell-shaped flowers. These are somewhat of a pinkish color. You may find some comfrey that is white. You have to be careful with comfrey. Those flowers can turn to seeds and become invasive, but there are 2 varieties that are not. So they have a number of different names and numbers, so Bocking and a number afterwards. Well, Bocking is a town near the guy who was trying to perfect these. Bocking 4 and Bocking 14 are considered sterile plants. They will not propagate via seed, and I'll show you in a little while how to actually propagate these via root cuttings, either in this video or another video, but they will not propagate via seeds, so that prevents them from being overly invasive. And again, that is what the flower looks like right there. The leaves here are, this one is maybe 8 inches long. They can grow up to 2 to 3 feet long, and I do have some bigger ones myself. These are kind of cramped in here. I just had a space that I was filling, and this is kind of my comfrey garden bed, if you will, where I'm just kind of growing them for propagation. Right now we'll just deal with the trimming part, and we'll deal with the mulch and the fertilizer in a little bit later on, or in a different video. So you don't have to be real gentle with comfrey. You just kind of go at it, leave at least a couple inches of comfrey so it can survive. You don't want to cut it right back to the ground constantly, or you will wear it out. But you can do this 4 to 5 times a year as far as trimming it up, and so you can use it for whatever your purpose is. And I just kind of take it and go at it and pull off bunches of it here. And I probably will I usually leave some in the center here, so I'll leave a couple of sprigs coming up here. So I'll probably go ahead and leave that little bit there. And unfortunately my little doggy here likes eating comfrey as well, so he's over here munching at it all the time. So this is right around a fruit tree. A lot of times I will go ahead and trim these off and just drop them right around the fruit tree, because comfrey is a dynamic accumulator, brings up a lot of stuff to help out the fruit tree, so it grows bigger, better fruit, and just helps the health of the tree. Okay guys, I'm kneeling in front of a plum tree here, and this plum tree, as you can see, has weeds growing around the base of it. This is the one fruit tree I don't have comfrey planted around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull these weeds up real quick, and then I'm just going to take the comfrey and lay it around there. Again, I'm not too worried about pulling all the roots up with the individual weeds here. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a pull like this, because the comfrey will help. And I'm just going to lay the weeds right back on top and everything will be weighted down, and probably 90% of these weeds will be killed out just by the weight of it. And some of them will come back up, and I'm not that worried about it because I'll do this again later on in the summer. And let me just grab the comfrey here. So this is the comfrey leaves that I just trimmed, and if I can get my rat terrier out where I'm trying to work right now, I'll just go ahead and you take these out, kind of toss them down. Again, I'm not too worried about how precise everything is in here. I just want to spread it out, and that will help. As this tree and this canopy gets bigger, I'll actually want to spread this out a little further. For right now, I'm just trying to keep it in this little area. This is in my backyard, and I have to keep the family, the wife and the kids happy as far as how the place looks. They do play in the backyard a good bit, but this will look good enough. This will eventually brown out and just kind of look like mulch and leaf litter down here, which doesn't really look that bad. So that's all there is to trimming comfrey and using it as mulch. Thank you very much, and have a great day.